What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the RAD Cast. I'm Andrew Malanta. My friends call me Rogue Leader.
And I'm Nicki and everybody calls me Dimmy.
Ah, yes, thank you. I was about to.
It's gonna get warm in here.
Warm in here because it is summer.
Yeah.
School is out. Oh, after today, school will be.
May
out.
is almost over.
Yeah, we're like in mid-May.
Like what the hell?
Yeah.
I don't understand. This year's been going.
This year went by
fast.
so fast. Like I felt like we just like our daughter just started VPK and now it's like it's over.
I don't know. It's the kind of thing where it's like in the moment it feels like it's time drags, but then when you just kind of stop and look back, you're like, oh shit. Yeah, it went by really actually fast. Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah,
because it definitely doesn't feel like she just started yesterday. But I don't know.
Yeah, we just started getting
going by so fast.
We just got into a groove of things where like the car line used to take forever. Man, like I mean, the principal still does it. He's like, oh no, but like there's two people that recognize our car.
Yeah.
3 people, including the teacher. But like they're like, yeah, VBK that way. Yeah, cool, you're good. But then the principal is always like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. It only took a year for it.
And she's not gonna be going to that school next year.
But then
again,
again, they have like a billion kids.
Yeah.
So how do they keep track? And all cars look the same. So, you know.
Yeah. The VPK graduation is tonight. I don't know how you feel about that.
I'm not excited. I'm not overly excited. I think it's going to be cute, but I'm not excited for it to take an hour.
It's like graduating from VPK.
I get it. It's more for them than it is for us. I mean, I'm sure it is for some, the Instagram parents that need to have everything documented online for everybody. Like, you do your thing. But like, I think the kids are more excited than anything. But like, I'm just not excited. If it was like 30 minutes, great. But I asked the teacher, like, how long do you think it's going to take? She's like, oh, an hour. I'm like, fuck. What? It's VPK. What? Why?
She's going to kindergarten next year.
How many songs are we going to sing? God damn.
But I do think that you've heard her sing that one song. Yeah. That I'm pretty sure they're gonna sing, but it's cute. It's just for fun. But it's like, come on, guys.
I'm just hoping she's overestimating.
Yeah.
But whatever. It is.
Well, there's like 50 kids or some shit like that. 20 kids.
Maybe it was 20 per class. So
20
it's probably
per
like
class
40.
because it's split up into morning and what's it, afternoon kids.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to. Not that, I love my daughter, but I'm looking forward to next school year getting so much time to ourselves during school.
It'll be weird.
It's going to be strange.
A whole day.
Yeah, because right now it's like 3 hours goes by so fast.
It does.
It's like, oh, yeah, cool. We get to get some actual work done. It's like I get one project done and that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I get it. You work on other stuff. Sometimes.
I work on other stuff sometimes too, but then it's also like, because that's the time I allot for one project for the work I do. It's like 3 hours per day. Otherwise, because I can't go over, because we're really starting to crack down on like how much time we spend on each project, and I'm allotted 3 hours on per project. So
yeah.
What? Don't look at me like that. Like what?
Yeah. I'm excited, I guess, for summer break.
Yeah.
Only because it makes me think of that feeling when we used to go on summer break, because it was the best feeling ever. She doesn't care. She's at the age where she doesn't know what's going on.
She has no idea.
She barely knows what day it is.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know that. I just wish that they could. I was telling you the other day, that feeling, that like last couple days of school before summer break feeling.
Yeah, no homework is being done, no tests, no nothing. You're just like, why are we even here?
I wish they could bottle that up and sell that as a drug, because it's addictive as fuck.
What were your growing up from, like, because it's different when we're on summer break in like grade school, like kindergarten through first, even middle school. It's different. Like summer in high school is just like, I don't want to do anything. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I can see that.
And like, you don't have to go anywhere, because like when you're in like 5th grade, your parents have to send you somewhere. Like they can't stay home. Like it might be different now because like a lot of people work from home now. Yeah. But like you have to send your kids somewhere. You can't, like when you're in high school, it's like just stay home. Yeah. You're very self-sufficient. You don't have to do
under a certain age.
Yeah. When you're older a certain age, but you have to stay home. Yeah. Either that or you have a summer job like I did. Yeah. So it's like, it's different. Like, what was your summers growing up as a kid like?
Well, my mom the place where my mom worked was walking distance from our house.
Yeah.
So a lot of our summers, my brother and I would spend time at the office, as we used to call it, just the office. You know, like, so there was a big old warehouse that was attached to this office, and he and I would just play around in the warehouse. Once I got to a certain age, I actually did do stuff, and I did work,
like a summer job.
Got a paycheck. So I had a summer job at a family-run business.
Yeah.
That was walking distance from our house. So, you know,
I want to get lunch.
Yeah, I want to get lunch. Then we just walk the fuck home. Or we would jump in the car and it would take, 45 seconds to get home. So
I remember walking that road to
many
there.
a time.
Yeah.
I've walked that route billions of times.
Didn't your brother make like cardboard stuff? Like
we both did all the time.
Scrap cardboard. They just made. I remember that hand that you showed me. Like
my mom still has a hand, I think. Yeah, no, we would make all sorts of creations with cardboard because there was all sorts of shipping boxes all over the place and cardboard aplenty everywhere. And like in the warehouse, there was like these big, I don't know what you would call them, but like just these big rows of like
racks and
shelves and metal racks and shelves.
Yeah, it was a warehouse.
Yeah, and at one point, he and I set up almost like a little workshop, and we would just like sit at these racks with each other, and we would just either we would do stuff like, I mean, it was summer, so we didn't have like homework, but either we would do something or we'd make something out of cardboard. And at one point, he had like a cardboard tube, and he like attached it across the because we would sit like facing each other, and he made a tube that, and he would cut out like little holes, so it was like a
like a transport.
Yeah.
Transportation system.
Like, you know, when you go to the bank and you put the thing in,
like a,
thing and
yeah.
it shoots up. So he made like a little tube that we could put messages in, and then you could put that tube in the bigger tube, and then we could like throw it to each other.
How far away were you guys?
Couple feet. Like we could go like this and touch each other.
Hey man.
It's summer. You gotta do what you gotta do to get by.
Kept you busy.
Kept you busy. Kept the creative douches flowing.
Didn't you have like a cardboard like katana that he made too?
Probably. And he made like a Legends of Zelda inspired.
I did. I remember that one too.
Shield.
That was
that my parents might still have.
That shit was ridiculous. It's not like it was.
This was strong ass cardboard too.
It wasn't like a flat. It had like multiple layers. It had like a trim to it. I'm like, God
like
damn.
Industrial cardboard.
Well, no, the cardboard was strong, but he had several layers to it too.
That too.
Like it's like, God damn.
It was like that actually could stop something. Like it was pretty strong. Yeah, no, we made all sorts of. I don't know. We just a lot of cardboard. But yeah,
he could have made it like if you can do that stuff now, he could have made a TikTok channel out of it.
Oh,
like,
easy
shit that he makes out of cardboard.
Easy, not like it was a thing not like it was a hobby. It was more like this is all I have to pass the time right now.
That could have been like a real cool hobby to do, like for like social media purposes. That would have been really cool to see. But
I don't know, because we weren't the type of family that like traveled all the time.
We weren't
like,
either.
I don't understand how these people do it all the time, or how they'd want to.
Yeah,
like sometimes, yes.
Yeah, like,
but like there are some people that everybody's different strokes. You know, some people love doing stuff all the time. Not me.
Yeah,
I don't want to do stuff
especially in today's
all the time.
economy. Everything's so expensive.
Well, that's another.
Yeah,
you know. Sticking point, yes, but also I just kind of have the kind of personality where it's like I don't want to be go all the time. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes you're in the mood, sometimes you have no choice. But like when I used to like go into the office at work, and on a Monday people stop by my fucking desk and try to talk to me.
What did you do this weekend?
What did you do this weekend? And I'm like, nothing. And they're like, oh, I'm like, no, that's a good thing.
It's a great
I'm not saying it like to feel sorry for me. I'm saying it like it was great. I didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything. It was everything I could have imagined.
Exactly. There are some times where I'm like, I want to do shit. And the problem is that both of us are the same, to where we're both like, yeah, I kind of just like chilling.
Yeah, I just don't want to do anything today.
And so when I'm in the mood and I'm like, what do you want to do this weekend? You're always like,
no, nothing.
I'm like, fuck you. And I'm in the mood to do something now.
I just want to spend the rest of my life playing Overwatch and, you know,
watching stupid dramas.
That drama that we started yesterday is ridiculous.
I'm aware of that. I told you before you saw it.
It's 11 minutes and I kind of get why it's 11 minutes, because it's like it's not like it's like the B Squad. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's real corny.
Like to protect, like I noticed like There's a lot of cuts, unnecessary cuts.
Only you would notice.
And
that.
I wonder if it's because they're covering up it's like they're taking the best takes of every take they've done.
Is that not what film editing and making
But you
is?
notice, and things like Secretary Kim, their takes are longer because the actors are high profile actors.
How dare you?
These
Well, also no, I completely agree. This is a corny ass drama.
you the best take is really long because they're really good at what they do.
Yeah.
This drama seems like this is like their
it's like the JV squad.
the JV actor squad. So it's like they started off to take really good, but I don't like what they did here. So I'm gonna and it's like wow, that's a lot of cuts. It's like they cut from a wide to a mid to an alternate mid that's like a 45-degree off. It's like you're cutting to the same actor. What are you doing? It's like just cut to a reaction of the other actor. That's easy. It's like
gotta do what you gotta do.
It's
sometimes.
like in like a 15-second conversation, they cut like 12 times. I'm like, holy, that's a lot of cuts. So
whatever.
So it's like I get why it's 11 minutes long per episode. And it's like what 20 episodes or some shit like that.
I don't know.
It's a fun concept, but it's just like. And that punch at the end of the first episode, it's like, what was that?
Because like we've been getting, we mentioned K-dramas, but like I found this one K-drama that it's like the premise is that this guy is a goblin.
He's a goblin.
And
he wants to be human.
He's sick of it and he wants to be a human again. And so he was told that if he wants to be a human, he was charged with the task of, well, if you want to be a human again, you got to kiss 10 people. But sounds easy, right? Kissing 10 people. Hell yeah, brother. Let's do it.
It has to be consensual. You can't just like grab somebody.
Well, I mean, he puts them under his spell. Oh, yeah. So they don't even remember after they kiss him. So, I mean, technically.
It's like, how are you going to just grab 10 people? And...
Actually, it doesn't matter. It's always consensual because he puts them under his spell and they're like super in love with him.
And it's not like they don't remember it. And it's not like he can get random people. He has like a assigned person.
But it's like kiss 10 people. Hell yeah, let's do it. But the problem is that every person he kisses, he gains a new human emotion. And it's almost like a lesson in how complex emotions are and how difficult they are to manage. And interpersonal relationships are actually much more complicated than they seem.
You want to be human, you got to deal with these stupid things called emotions.
So, and every person he kisses, he like takes an emotion.
Like a primary emotion that they
from them.
Exude.
Like the first girl he kisses, she's alone in a bar. And she's trying to like just drink away her sorrows. And so the emotion he gains, even though I don't think it's technically an emotion, but it's emptiness.
Yeah.
It's basically AKA loneliness.
Yeah.
And then the next girl, I don't know what her emotion was, but like I don't know. It's a fun premise. It's a corny ass show.
It is. It's very corny.
We'll watch it and then we'll laugh at it and then we'll move on to the next one.
I just want to find another one that's like a carbon copy of Business Proposal.
I'm not even ashamed that I want a carbon copy.
I want a carbon copy of Business Proposal and Secretary Kim. At their very core, they're the exact same show. But different, like the way that the two romances happen, and you know the dynamic between the two main characters.
Same shit.
Same thing.
Yeah. I did find another show. It's not romance. It's all drama and shit and whatever. So maybe we'll give it a try. It's very highly reviewed. But anyway, summer vacation.
Yeah. But my summer vacations are mostly Taekwondo. I went to summer camp the entirety of my Taekwondo career.
I never went to camps. The only camp that I went to, I think I went for like 2 or 3 years. I went to a volleyball camp. Yeah. I don't think I ever did any other camps besides that. I never went to like summer camp, like salute your shorts kind of camp. Never went to that kind of shit. But I did volleyball. Yeah. I never did basketball. I never did a basketball camp. But I did volleyball camp for like 2 or 3 years. And that was fun.
Yeah. And it wasn't like I go away and do Taekwondo. It was just like, all right, you go. It was every morning you get up, you go.
It wasn't like a sleepaway thing.
It wasn't a sleepaway thing. It was like we go to this Taekwondo school for the day. We would have either a trip that day, or we would just hang around the school all day long and have activities. And then you go to we did like 3 classes a day. We had morning class, and then afternoon, and then your main class that you normally go to if school was in session.
Fun.
I think we stopped paying for that after I started teaching. Because
thank God, it's expensive as hell.
It is. It was getting with 3 kids. Come on now.
1 kid is expensive.
Yeah, but like we stopped paying because I started teaching, and there's one summer, like I said, when I got to high school, I had summer jobs. One summer I had 4 jobs. It was teaching at the Taekwondo school was one of them, working with my family's thing And then I also did video work for them. And then I can't remember what my fourth job was, but I had like 4 summer jobs. And it was ridiculous. I wasn't doing all 4 of them every day. It was like 2 days a week I was working in the office. Every single day I was teaching Taekwondo, and then 2 other days I would do the other 2 jobs. But I was like,
fuck that.
I'm busy as fuck. I don't know why I did it to myself.
Screw that.
Yeah.
No. Not this guy. Nope.
Who's got time for that shit?
It's summer. I don't want to do anything.
I do remember like for cross country they would like, hey, make sure you continue to run, because if you don't run, you're gonna run it, like your stamina is gonna go down. I never ran during the summer. One, it was balls fucking hot. Who the fuck wants to run in Florida summer heat?
Screw that.
And I was just lazy because it's like whatever. So every year for cross country, the 4 years that I was at cross country, one I didn't have time because I had my summer job. 2, I didn't want to run the summer heat, and 3, I was just lazy. So like every year for cross country, I'd basically be hitting the reset button.
Ew.
Yeah.
Did you guys have to do summer reading? I didn't know.
Yes.
I was a private school kid my entire life. From 3 years old until the day I graduated, I was a private school kid.
The only time I ever had to do summer assignments was the year before my senior year when I signed up. I have no idea why I did this. I signed up for AP Bio.
That's dumb.
It was the dumbest thing I have no idea. I think my friends pressured me because we wanted to take it together or some shit like that. I got pressured into signing up for AP Bio. And the dumb thing was AP Bio was the toughest course in our AP course in our school curriculum. Yeah. And the easiest one was AP Economics. You basically like fart your way to an A. I don't know why I didn't sign up for AP Economics. It probably would have benefited me more to sign up for AP Economics than the AP Bio.
Maybe I understand why I pay taxes.
Yeah, exactly. I would understand the world better. Like economics should be
at least you know that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell now.
You want to know what I got my AP exam?
A 2.
Is that the lowest you can get?
A 1.
A 1?
I mean, I don't think you can get a 0 unless you don't answer any questions.
I barely got a 2. Like,
did you ever get a 5? Did you ever get a 5 on an AP test?
No.
This guy did.
Well, because it had the class that prepped you for the final, because you only took 1 AP test, and that was at the end of the year, and I got a 2 on it. Or did you take 2? I can't remember.
What?
Yeah, there was the one big test at the end of the year. Yours might have been different because it's private school.
Like, so say you took like 2 AP courses.
You take 2 AP exams.
Oh, okay. For some reason,
I took 1 AP course.
Okay.
In high school, and it was AP Bio. I have no idea why I did that to myself. That was the only one I ever took. Wow. I have no idea why. I think it's like I think I got pressured into doing it from my friends, and also I think my high school guidance counselor was like, you really should have at least 1 AP course if you want to get into college.
Oh my God!
Like what?
I can't even count how many AP courses.
How many AP courses did you take?
A lot.
How many? Like
I think I took at least 1 or more every year of high school.
You serious?
Think.
So like at least 4?
Sophomore, junior, and senior years. I took there was probably a year that I took probably 2 or 3 at a time.
Wow. Look at you.
That was a good.
What was the lowest AP score you got?
Probably a 3.
Damn.
I don't know if I got a 2.
I struggled to get that, too. I would have been
supremely disappointed if I got a 2.
I struggled. I worked my ass off to get that too. Because like I said, it was the hardest course in our entire like curriculum.
I don't think I took AP Bio.
There's only like 3 people in my graduating class that got a 5 on AP Bio. And one of them was our valedictorian, and the other one was our salutatorian.
I think in my school,
Is that how you pronounce it? Salutatorian? Salutatorian? Yeah.
Salutatorian?
Salutatorian.
I think at my school it was like AP Bio and AP Physics was like shit. Or like AP Calc was probably like fuck that.
Our valedictorian took AP in senior year he took AP Bio, AP Chemistry.
Ooh, that would have been
an
a
AP
one
Physics.
Too. I don't think I took chemistry.
If I could have chosen between AP Bio and AP Chemistry, I probably would have taken chemistry because I
think I would have taken Bio.
One, our chemistry teacher was our cross country teacher.
So
2,
called in some favors.
Yeah, could have called in favors. 2, I aced the fuck out of chemistry when I took it. Like that was the one class. I think I was really interested in chemistry.
What grade?
I took it my junior year.
All right.
So one, I was really interested in chemistry. Two, I think I wanted to impress my teacher because he was my cross country coach. So, because like we had this, I think I told you about this. There's one test. It was the
popular
Dropbox, but it was one test that you had to pass. It was the last test, one of the final tests of the chemistry curriculum. It was you had this element. He'd give you an element, unknown element, and you have to run it through a gauntlet of tests to figure out what it is.
Interesting.
It usually took people 4 attempts to see what an answer was. So you run through your test and you submit your thing. And if you get it wrong, you got to do it again and figure out or go through and figure out what you did wrong and then try to submit what it was. It took the average was like 3 attempts. I got it in 2 because I went through once and I was like, it's either this one or this one. And I was like, I think that's what that reaction is. And then I turned in, he's like, no, you're wrong. And I went back, like, all right, so it has to be this other one. I tested it again. It's like, all right, no, it's definitely that one. I submitted it and I was done.
Oh, damn, we got a chemist over here.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I don't know why I took AP Bio instead of AP Chemistry because I probably would have gotten at least a 3 or a 4 had I taken AP Chemistry. I don't know why.
How embarrassing.
Yeah.
I wish I had my transcript so I could remember everything I took. I only remember.
Didn't you take AP Spanish?
That one I got a 5 on. I took AP Spanish. I think I took AP Literature.
Ooh, fun.
I think I got a 4 or 5 on that one. AP. I think there was an anatomy and physiology one, or maybe it was just anatomy. I don't think I took AP Bio, and I definitely didn't take AP Chemistry. I definitely didn't take any AP Math courses because
I'm so
fuck math. Even though it's everywhere. I really shouldn't talk shit about math publicly, but yeah.
I am so glad I went through my entire academic career from whenever like the most complicated math gets introduced to you to through college. I never stepped foot in a calculus class.
I think I had to.
I never went through the highest level math I ever took was, I think, trigonometry.
I did. Trigonometry. That was like 7th grade. Or 8th grade for us.
No, that was sophomore year.
I feel like trig was like lower level in at least in my school.
Yeah.
I think I took a calculus
course. Calculus wasn't required to graduate high school, and it was nowhere in my curriculum for college.
I didn't like it. And it was all, you got to buy your TI 83, TI 83 plus. And
do they still sell those, or are they just like, hey, just download the fucking app?
No, because it's like, hey, here's a fucking iPad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they I mean, I don't know. Maybe they require them to buy their
We'll find out soon once our daughter gets into high school.
Because when, back in our day, it was like, you got to buy your TI-83 because you're never going to have a calculator that can do smart, extra high level calculation functions. You're not going to have that on
everything
your person at all
in
times.
Recorded history is at our fingertips. You want to know how to do something? Pick up your phone and look for it.
Ayo,
you can learn
Google.
anything on this device. And I love that it's like, oh, you're not going to have a calculator. You're not going to have whatever. It's like, I have the world at my fingertips literally right now.
Yeah.
And it's the size of an index card.
257. And like, we'd have to figure that shit out on our calculator. Now I can ask Alexa.
Hey, Google, what's the square root of 357? Come on.
Oh, no.
Here it is.
According to terminal ballistics research, developed primarily as a law enforcement pistol.
What? Wow, freedom.
Whoa.
What's the square root of 357?
According to terminal ballistics research.
What? No, it's like registering square root. What's the square root of 357?
The square root of 300 is approximately 17.32.
All right, listen, we never said anything was perfect. But honestly, I never use that voice function because of bullshit like that.
Yeah.
If you stumble over your word or you mumble a little bit, as some people do, she's gonna be like, "I'm sorry, I didn't fucking understand the question." I'm like, "What do I pay for? What am I doing here?" So that's why if I'm gonna search something, I type it in manually.
AI,
I never use the voice.
AI is getting fucking ridiculous.
It is
scary. I didn't realize it was a thing where they generate AI generated voices to make it sound like
covers of songs.
Covers of songs. I'm like, that's
kind of scary.
Scary.
It's really scary, the things they could
yeah.
do.
And like,
They could make, I mean, I'm assuming it's as long as they have enough reference material. Like if it's singing, if they have enough audio of you singing with your natural voice, they could feed it through some AI bullshit and make a fake version of your voice. I'm assuming they could do that for speech as well, meaning somebody could probably take podcasts, hours and hours worth of content of your voice.
Yep.
Joke's on you because my voice is a little fucked up right now.
Yeah.
But like,
I can notice it.
They could probably make an AI thing of you saying anything.
Yeah.
Any offensive shit. That's the really scary thing. And the fact that they can like recreate people's face, put your face on somebody else's body and like make you say, it's really scary.
Yeah.
I need to find that. Oh man.
Yeah.
There's an AI. Okay. I got to find something like this.
Yeah. But it's not without its uses. I use it for multiple things.
Yeah.
For this channel, for other things. I made up my D&D character's backstory through AI. I didn't 100% use everything it spat out, but I was like, oh, that's interesting. Let me use that. So starting things off is great, but when you use it for your entirety of a project or something like that, that's when it, because then you're stealing.
Imagine going to school right now. Like imagine going to school right now with all this at your fingertips.
Just say, hey, write me a paper about this.
Yo, Chat GPT, write me an essay in MLA format. But like
citation needed.
Back in our day, it was like, let me get out my flip phone and like text somebody, and I press the button. You know, how many times to get to the same letter, the right letter, like my Nextel fucking phone. And then nowadays,
fucking kids will never understand. They'll never understand the struggle of why
never play Snake on TI-83.
Why we would say OMG or LOL. The true reason is because we didn't have a full fucking keyboard at our fingertips. You had to press.
Meanwhile, our grandparents are like, back in my day, I did calculus on an abacus.
My dad always says, like, I had to run uphill for a mile to get to school. It's like, Dad, the school was right behind your house.
I mean, that's just the joke. That's just the joke. But like, yeah, back in the day, it was like, I just had to do my math with counting on fingers and toes. But I can't imagine, like, with all the stuff available right now. Like, I remember having to go to like libraries to do research for research papers. Now it's just like, okay, got it.
There it is.
But
I remember having to, if you type in the number wrong, you got to hang up and do it all over again.
Dial-up internet. Yeah. We should. Oh man, nostalgia is a hell of a drug. Wait, what? How do we? Oh, trigonometry. Taking courses in high school.
We'll get there eventually.
Yeah, no, I don't think I ever took any AP math courses because I fucking hate math. I definitely never took. I don't know which one I disliked more. Anything history related or math. Oh man, I think I'd rather take math because I just find history so dry.
Yeah,
I guess it depends on the history. I might have taken AP European history because that was spicier than American history.
Much more.
American history
much
is
more
like,
death.
I don't know. American history is just like
it's so short because like European history is more rich. Like
it's just feels
America's very young.
Tastier. I feel like.
Ooh, you mean he stabbed him where?
It's zestier. I don't know. Like if I'm gonna take the only history course that I was ever like okay was like European history. Everything else I was like, fuck that. Because I remember at one point that we had to like memorize every president, their vice president, their political affiliation, and their terms that they served, the years.
What do you think is more valuable? That, like knowing presidents in history, or not biography?
Geography?
Geography. What do you think is more valuable as
geography?
Yeah. Because like why would I ever need to know the 10th president of the United States or the whatever number we're up to?
What do I care who Eisenhower's fucking
I mean, major things, like if you don't know who Abraham Lincoln is, or
I mean, you should know the big ones.
Yeah, you should know the really big ones, like.
But other than that, it's like, who cares?
Barack Obama, another big.
He's a big one.
He's a big one.
He's one you should probably be aware of. George Washington, Abe Lincoln,
Eisenhower,
Reagan or whatever.
Reagan, Kennedy.
But history was just never my bag. Yeah. I never liked history. My favorite subjects were always like science-y or language-y. Music.
Yeah.
I don't think there was like an AP. What AP electives?
I don't think there were ever.
Was there such a thing? Because there was never like AP chorus.
Yeah, no, I think because the point of AP chorus, did they actually count towards your college curriculum? Because that's what
electives?
That was. Yeah, no, the AP courses.
Oh yeah, why else would I take them?
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. So like, if they're elective courses, then it's like there was no AP orchestra, even though I would have bawled my ass out if it was an AP orchestra. Because like I said, I was concert master for sophomore and senior year of high school. Wow. I was that good.
Wow, flexing.
I'm not that good anymore.
Yeah, if there was AP chorus, I would have torn that shit up.
Oh yeah, AP chorus, you probably would have like, can we make a 6?
Well, yeah.
That's what would happen to me. It's like just I wouldn't have to say. I do miss playing the violin.
I miss being in a chorus. Those were good times. Even singing God songs all the time. I still miss it.
What was like the best, like, do you ever go like summer vacation, like summer trip? Do you ever go on like a big summer trip or anything like that? Because like I think we went to Hawaii one year. No, we did it during the school year because we couldn't, because my older brother was in college that year. I don't think we ever went on a huge summer trip.
I don't think we ever did a huge summer trip. We would do like theme parks. Mm-hmm. You know,
I remember one summer I got my wisdom teeth taken out, and the very next day we went to Islands of Adventure.
That's stupid. I mean, it probably worked out just fine.
Yeah, it was fine.
It's just it's not stupid. It's just a little foolish. You never know. You never know what could happen. You might have been in a lot of pain, but it probably worked out.
I was having the time of my life, riding the Hulk 3
times.
You
see, if you'd have taken AP Physics, you'd understand that centrifugal force would have done something to the blood clot in your socket. But
wow,
it was probably fine. It was probably fine. The adrenaline probably knocked out any pain you were feeling.
Yeah, we gotta figure out what we're doing for our daughter for summer, like interesting, fun things. Because I know she wants to go to the zoo.
Bitch, I already started writing out ideas on the fridge.
Yeah.
Did you not see that?
I did see that. Disney's not on there because one's too expensive and
it's hot as hell, and I don't want to deal with people.
Fuck. Speaking of Disney,
let's not.
No. I'm talking about like the Star Cruiser.
Oh, I'm shocked that
I'm so shocked that closed. What happened? Wait, you don't want to pay $5,000 per person for 2 nights on an imaginary cruise line?
And like, the rooms don't even look comfortable.
They look fun.
They look fun from an aesthetic standpoint.
The idea of the Star Cruiser is fantastic. Like, but like in practice, it's like, you want me to pay how much?
For 2 days?
For 2 days? And it's like...
And you want me to sleep on like a 1-inch thick foam mattress?
You're thinking of the bunk beds, because there's a full size bed. And then there's the bunk beds on the wall if you have kids.
They just looked massively uncomfortable in any picture I saw.
Yeah. It's like, I would like to experience that, but it's
unlimited drinks?
I think from what I hear, like that $5,000 goes towards your room.
All inclusive
food and drinks. I think there's like I don't think it involves alcoholic drinks, but I think it involves food and drink. It's like a cruise line.
You probably have to buy a drink package.
Yeah, buy a drink package. You get a day access to Galaxy's Edge. So it's like you get to. We were stopping at Batu. Oh no, the First Order's here, and there's shows and shit like that. But it's like, I don't think people were like, there was nothing there to warrant like. It's like, if I'm paying $5,000, Ray better stop at my room to tuck me in for bed.
Yeah, give me a goodnight kiss.
For $5,000, I better have some kind of like exclusive thing that nobody else gets to be a part of, like something to take home with me. Like, here's your commemorative Jedi robe or some shit like that.
Yeah, there's
nothing like that. It's like, oh no, we have shows and whatever. It's like,
well, because Disney, I mean, it's just everything about Disney is so overpriced.
Yeah,
that it's almost disgusting. But no, if I had $5,000, I was willing to just drop on something like that. Like I told you before, I'd rather drop that kind of money traveling somewhere.
Yeah.
Like overseas.
Actually traveling somewhere. Not
traveling.
Not pretending to travel somewhere.
Not pretending to travel to sail to space. I'd rather actually go somewhere.
From what I hear, the immersion was like, oh yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
Like every fucking Disney character, they don't break character, and
and that's great.
It was great, but it's like, I don't want to.
I'd rather put that money to better use.
Yeah.
So if I'm dropping that money, I'm going somewhere.
I'm curious as to what are they going to do with that now? They're just going to turn it into a Star Wars hotel, and like that's probably what they're going to do, right?
That'd be smart.
That'd be smart. You get rid of all of the immersion. And it's like, oh, here's a Star Wars themed hotel with no. That was another thing. No windows.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! We have this LCD screen that pretends that we're in space.
Well, yeah, maybe they can get. I'm curious what they would do with it now. I mean, it's already basically set up to be like a hotel.
Just change it into a hotel and try to get back whatever.
And then horrifically overcharge people for that too.
Yeah,
but a little bit less because if you take away the immersion stuff, and, because that would include like the missions and stuff.
Yeah.
So
that was another thing. You had private missions you got to go on. You can have lightsaber training and like deck training where you get to fly the ship. And it's like, oh, that's fun. But it's like, I think they should have had something that you could take home with you. Yeah. That's like one of a kind.
You take home the memories.
Oh my God. I do have like a couple of mutuals that actually got offered they got to do it for free because I think they were trying to like, hey, tell your friends about it. And it's like, yeah, cool.
Tell your friends about me.
And like one of them actually went 2 weekends ago, and now they're just like, oh, well, now we're closing it. It's like, oh, I'm glad. It's a good thing I got it in when I could. I didn't have to pay for it.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Yeah,
not one bit. But no, we would go to like theme parks. I don't think we ever went to like some big trip because first of all, my dad is not a traveler.
Your dad's more a homebody than we are.
Yes. I think if he could never leave the house ever again, he'd be like, "Fuck yeah!"
He doesn't like leaving the house, and he doesn't like having anybody over at the house. He's like that Tom Segura joke, like, "Don't talk to me." I'd like to meet Steve. Fuck Steve.
Fuck Steve. I already know everybody I need to know.
I already know what I need to know, and it's just family. Go away.
Family and a very select amount of friends. But yeah. He's not really a big traveler, so
yeah, that year you guys went to Europe, he stayed home.
Yeah, I don't think he came with us.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like that Europe that Italian cruise that you guys went on?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. We went on some cruises here and there. You're right. I just forget what time of year. I assume those happened over summer. Mm-hmm. You're right. Those probably did happen over summer because I don't ever remember taking big weeks of leave from school. Yeah. So it probably did happen during summer. So yeah, we did do cruises. You are correct, sir.
We did cruises too. I think that's instead of like
every so often, not every summer. Yeah, please
like
don't get me
wrong.
Every
like 4 or 5 years we'd go on a cruise. And it's like it was like we'd either go to a theme park like Disney or Universal, and then when we did go on a trip, it was a cruise to like the Bahamas, and we didn't do very much, but
we went to a couple different countries one summer, and my dad didn't go. You're right. It was me, my mom, and my brother, and then we went with like my grandparents, cousin.
I would like to go like on an Alaskan cruise or something like that.
My mom is dying to go on an Alaskan cruise, and they are about to celebrate their 40th anniversary. Ooh, so one of these days we should probably do something like that.
10 year, we'll probably do something.
That's next year, baby.
Disney Cruise Line. Yeah.
Let's go on the Starliner.
Let's go on the Starliner.
Whatever it's called. It'll be done by then. Yeah. I think it ends at the end of September of this year.
Yeah, fall this year. They're just cutting it.
My mom is dying to go on an Alaskan cruise. We should definitely do that.
It'd be fun.
But no, I have some places I want to go. I just don't want to go all the time.
To Korea.
That's 100% going to happen. 100%.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I think wait, okay. So let me go back to something. You didn't have to do summer reading?
No.
Was that a private school thing?
It was a private school thing, yeah.
Every summer we had a list of books that we had to read. I don't even remember what the consequence was if we didn't, but for some reason I felt like, oh, fuck.
And they weren't.
I have to read these books.
And they weren't banned?
Well, not back then. Things were different back in our day. We could read whatever books about male penguins having babies, whatever we wanted.
Ooh, hot button topic here in Florida.
And look how great I turned out. But, oh my God, I just remember one book. I remember one specific book. That was actually another book that I actually really enjoyed, but I can't remember what it was. I'm sure I could figure it out. But there was one book that was physically painful to get through. And it at the time, it felt like it was about this thick. And it was called Watership Down. And it was about bunnies. And the trials and tribulations of bunnies. I don't even remember what the conflict was or what the plot was. I just remember it was about rabbits. And it was a painful read. But yeah, we had a list of books that we had to read every fucking summer. It was torture because it wasn't shit I wanted to read.
Oh yeah, it was just, assigned reading. Yeah,
because there are books. I miss reading. I miss reading physical books. Like I read books on my phone, but it's not the same.
Let me get you Kindle.
Sometimes I like flipping a page.
Okay. Well,
But then it's the kind of thing where it's like, what do I do with that book once I'm done reading it?
Start a wish list. Add books to your wish list.
There was a point in time when I was like, what?
No, I'm trying to birthday ideas.
You can get
anniversary ideas.
You can get me presents? Usually we don't exchange a lot of gifts.
Yeah. Why not?
Your birthday boy soon.
Ooh, no, you need to read a Star Wars book. You need to read. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna buy you a hard copy.
Once upon a time, I was really into Agatha Christie books.
I'm gonna buy you a hard copy of.
Fun fact about me.
No, I'm not gonna say which Star Wars book I'm gonna have you read.
Maybe I don't fucking want to read that.
Get you Star Wars books. Hard copies.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Well, we're both birthday people coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So, summer birthdays over here. Never got to celebrate a birthday in school.
Yeah, me neither.
Not salty about that at all.
I did graduate high school on my birthday though.
Sick.
That was fun.
Not me. Mine always felt smack dab in the middle of summer. But like our kid, her class, they actually
that was fun.
A week or so.
That was very thoughtful.
About like 2 or so weeks ago, they had a day where they were like dedicated to, we're going to celebrate summer birthdays today. I'm like, how thoughtful.
That was very thoughtful of the teacher.
Very thoughtful, because all of us summer idiots got left out every year.
Yeah.
And we,
fucking Janice
had to put in effort.
Brought her own cupcakes in. I want to celebrate with cupcakes and.
You had to bring in your own cupcakes.
Yeah.
But yeah, very cute. And I think it was a little confusing for her because she was like, it's my birthday. I'm like, no, it's not. Actually.
They're just celebrating it.
We're just celebrating it today. And she's like, yeah, but I'm the birthday girl. I'm like, you're kind of not.
She is so smart, and her memory is like a
steel trap.
Steel trap. Did I tell you about what she did the other night?
Maybe.
She like I was falling asleep to Critical Role, and she comes in. She like I watched her. She was she was like rummaging around, and I was looking at her in the monitor. She
like the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night, it's like 11:30. Like
okay.
In the middle of the night, and she just pops up. And then comes into our room and like, Daddy, why aren't you asleep? Why are you watching this? And it's like,
I could say the same to you.
I'm pretty sure she was sleepwalking because she was like, why are you doing this? And she did a circle. I'm like, baby, go back to sleep. And she went back to her room and fell right back asleep.
She's so
I'm pretty sure she was sleepwalking because she was like, Daddy,
like,
why aren't you
sleep
sleeping?
drunk.
Yeah, I was like, go back to bed, baby.
What was that? Did I sleep right through this? Where was I?
Slept right through it.
Yeah.
But like,
I'm surprised. Usually
it was hilarious
I
because
like that.
She popped up and I'm like, no way she's coming in. It's 11:30.
Like the Undertaker.
She does. Remember she used to do that and she'd pop up and just like, and then go right back.
Good morning.
She walked in. I'm like, oh no. So I got out of bed and she's like, Daddy, why are you watching this? And she literally walked across the foot of our bed, turned around, and when it started going back to the door, I'm like, all right, let's just go back to bed. Put her back in her bed. Fell right back asleep. Like, that was weird. And just went back to
Daddy, why aren't you asleep? Like, hello? Same question. Mama bouncing right back to you.
But anyways, it's like, she's really smart, but then explaining certain things to her she's a typical 5-year-old. Yeah. Like,
it's not my birthday today?
It's just,
why do I have a fucking cupcake then, Mom? Why do I have balloons?
Baby girl, it doesn't work like that. I'm sorry.
She's like, I'm a birthday girl. I'm like, you're not.
They're just celebrating because you're not going to be there for your birthday.
It's an interesting concept to have to. There's a lot of things that we've had to explain that I'm like, I've never had to think about this before.
We got into an argument about the name of one of the Blackpink members. She's like, Daddy, who is that? It's like, that's Jisoo. It's like, no, but she's a girl. I'm like, yeah, and her name is Jisoo.
I never told you she wasn't.
I think she was confused that I guess to her, Jisoo is a boy's name. Maybe that's why she was getting so angry. But she was like, baby girl, it's Jisoo.
It's like when you're arguing with somebody and you're arguing this point and they're arguing that point, and somehow you're all still getting mad, even though you're talking about completely different things. Because she was like, well, who's the leader? And we're like, well, her, I guess.
Her, yes. She is. Jisoo's the leader.
Her name is.
Or no, she's not.
I don't think they have one, technically.
But she's the oldest or whatever.
I was like, whoever you want to be, whoever will make you happy. Yeah. Her, sure. She's the leader, whatever. Well, what's her name? Jisoo. But she's a girl. Yeah. Yeah, we never said it. We never said different. Well, what's her name?
Jisoo.
But she's a girl. And she was getting like legitimately mad.
really
like she was
angry.
On the brink of tears.
Yeah.
Like, but she's a girl. We're like, yes.
What do you think her name is? I don't know. Tell me what her name is.
Well, then you name her. I don't know.
It's like her Blackpink. Her name is Blackpink. Okay. And she accepted Blackpink as her name. Like, okay.
Did I say that? I was like, well, then her name is Blackpink. And she goes, all right. And then it was
instantly gone. Anger instantly gone. And it's like, what happened?
Am I asleep right now? Like, what the fuck just happened? Oh, man.
Oh, man.
In the moment, it's like,
what happened?
A little frustrating, but then when it's done, it's like, that was actually kind of fucking hilarious. Oh my God.
Mm.
Yeah, she's a real.
I'm wondering if bringing it back to summer break, like I wonder if we're gonna have to explain to her what summer break is, because like I guarantee you next week,
why am I not going to school?
She's like, all right, I'm gonna get ready for school. It's like the one day we don't have to tell her to get ready for school. She's like, when are we going to school?
That sounds pretty like her, yeah.
It's like, no, it's summer break, baby girl. Like
summer vacation in a couple months where you don't have to go to school and then you go back later.
Yeah.
And then we got to start the whole routine all over again.
Whole process over again.
Oh, I really just wish that they could bottle up that feeling right before summer vacation.
I think the closest we'll ever get to it is like when you're quitting a job.
It's not the same.
It's not, I know.
But like,
it's like your last couple of days. It's like I sent my 2 weeks notice in. It's the last couple of days.
I don't have to do shit.
I really don't have to do this work because they've already got somebody else picking this up slack for me. I can just peace out and they can't do anything.
I'll help them out. I'm a generous God.
Yeah, I'm a generous God.
God, I do miss that feeling. I wish that you could walk into a dispensary and find a gummy that was just like summer vacation vibes. And it would just give me that euphoric feeling.
That is a special feeling. Like like you're just going through the routine of being at school for no reason whatsoever.
And it was like, oh my God, summer vacation. I don't have a care in the world anymore. It's like, actually looking back at that age, you literally never had a care in the world at all.
No responsibilities.
No responsibility. You got to do your homework. Oh, boo-hoo.
You just got to study for classes.
Exactly. And because I went to private school with a bunch of fucking rich ass kids. And so a lot of them would have like parties.
Surgeons and lawyers and.
Yeah. And they would have like parties on the last day of school for like a summer vacation party. And those were always those are kind of sick, you know?
We had after demonstration parties. Those were awesome. I love those. Maybe we'll talk about those.
I feel like the last summer vacation party I can remember was the one that I got hurt at.
Oh,
I don't know if they stopped after that or if they just stopped inviting me.
This girl's getting hurt. She's bleeding. I'm like,
it wasn't my fucking fault. I'll tell the story in greater. I might have already told that story.
Yeah, the baseball
the day I broke my nose. Well, I didn't break it. I got my nose broken.
I think you've already told the story.
I think I did, but I definitely took a baseball to the face and got my nose broken, and it was like a murder scene. There's so much blood. Oh my God, I felt so bad.
This girl, who invited her?
I felt so bad. Oh my God. So either
you felt bad.
I did, and I kept apologizing to the mom of. I don't want to say her name because it's not a very common last name.
The mom of
the kids that were hosting the host of the party, the parents that were hosting the party, and I was like, Mrs. So and so, I'm so sorry, and she's like, if you keep apologizing, I'm actually gonna get upset.
they just didn't want. They're
like, just don't sue us.
Yeah, that's what it was. They didn't want you to sue them.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah.
So either I don't remember any more parties after that, or they stopped
inviting me. Do you remember what year
me.
That was? Was it like?
I feel like I was in 7th or 8th grade. But I don't know. I also wasn't in with the like popular crowd
cool kids,
in high school. So they probably had their parties and I just wasn't invited. If we're being quite honest.
I got invited to 0 parties in high school. I was not in that group. Whatever. I'm
not losing any sleep over it at this point.
I have my Taekwondo friends. I talked to 0 high school friends now, and I still keep in touch with my Taekwondo buddies.
I talked to 0 friends from my childhood, unfortunately. There's only, I could probably count on one hand the number of people that I would be like, I'd be into catching up with them. Everybody else, go fuck yourself. Absolutely. Even if you're not the dick you were in high school, go fuck yourself.
On that note, I think we will want to wrap up here. So,
yeah. Not my favorite time.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to go back to high school.
No, I'm good. If I could, I'd want to go back as the person I am now.
And tell me to like, don't worry about this and that. Take these courses because they would actually benefit you.
I wouldn't want to go back to me at that time. I'd want to go back, teleport me back into my physical form, but with the mindset that I have now.
Yeah.
Because then, he's like, go fuck yourself. You go fuck yourself. Oh man, it'd be great.
Yeah. So on that note, Nicki, do you want to, where can they find you online?
Like I said, occasionally I say things on Twitter at Dimmy, DIMMMYYY.
As for me, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Rogue Leader Drew. If you listen to this on audio form, please follow, feed, and rate us.
And if you're watching on YouTube, I just want to see what time it was because I want to go work out after this. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, and click the bell icon in the lower right-hand corner so we do things on the YouTube.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of the RAD Cast. We'll see you guys next time.
Next time.
Later.